Alright, today we're going to be throwing 10 shots with the brand new Hammerhead and the Rotogrip Rockstar. Picking one winner that we would most likely add to our bag and explain why.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you out on the lanes.
All right, after seeing the Hammerhead and the Rockstar go down the lane side by side, they definitely fit a similar part in the bag, but I feel like the Hammerhead is quite a bit earlier out of box than the Rockstar is. As you can tell, the first couple of shots with the Hammerhead hooked out of this world. I needed to move probably 2 zones to the left to make it get down the lane just a little bit more. I was a little bit more comfortable with the Rockstar just because it allowed me to play a little bit further to the right and be a little bit more aggressive. The Hammerhead kind of gave me not great ball motion just because I felt like it got to the point where I was too far left and it kind of locked up and went a little too forward. The Rockstar being a little weaker and a little bit more angular, I really saw it go through the pins quite a bit better than the Hammerhead. I feel like the Hammerhead was just a little too slow off the spot when I got far enough left to find enough oil. So my Rockstar has a couple of games on it, so I feel like with a little bit of lane shine, it makes it a little bit more down lane and a little bit more angular. I definitely saw it having quite a bit more of a defined change of direction as to where the Hammerhead saw it a little bit earlier and it was a little bit more round off the end of the pattern than the Rockstar. So final thoughts on these two balls. Personally, I feel like I liked the Rockstar a little bit more. I feel like it's just going to be a little bit more versatile than the Hammerhead. Again, I feel like the Hammerhead needs a few games on it. It just comes really, really strong out of the box. It's just a little too strong for someone with a little bit higher rev rate. I feel like once it tames down a little bit, it might be a little bit better. But for me, I feel like the Rockstar is just going to be a little bit more versatile, something I can kind of move around the lane and use a little bit more hand positions and get a little bit more use out of it overall. So for the winner, it's going to be the Rockstar.
Finished up throwing 10 shots with each of the Hammerhead and the Rotogrip Rockstar. These two balls going down the lane are fairly close. They're in the same slot, I would say, in the bag, but the shapes are definitely different. I feel like the Hammerhead was more forward and more just overall hooked more down the lane, where the Rockstar was quicker to friction. Rockstar's still a big ball, but compared to the Hammerhead, it definitely got down lane a little easier for me and was more responsive when I did get it to friction at certain times. Tried to play as straight as possible with both of these, but they hooked. So I did have to open up the angles a little bit for me, which with this type of ball playing that part of the lane, like sometimes I get trust issues with getting the corners out, but there really wasn't, for me, I would say the clear ball to be throwing was the Rockstar for what we're on right now. I felt like it just was able to continue through the pins, where the Hammerhead just forced me a little too steep, and I just had to kind of be a little bit more perfect with it. And as I moved farther left, like the Rockstar definitely kind of had a stopping point that, didn't want to hook at certain times, where I didn't feel that with the Hammerhead. I felt like I probably could have moved even another 5 or 10 left and still gotten it to shape off the pattern the right way. Final thoughts on these two rocks, this one for me was a little bit more of a clear decision. I really like the shape of the Hammerhead, and it's probably going to be a keeper in my bag for me, but out of these two, I think the Rockstar is the clear winner. I felt like I was able to have a better shape overall and was a little bit more predictable. Even if I did get it in, it held a little bit, but I was able to use that hold in the right way, where I wasn't like 2/8-10ing or anything like that. It would still get off spot. Where the Hammerhead, it just hooked every time, no matter where, and sometimes that actually creates a flatter looking ball reaction just because it hooks no matter what. So Rockstar is going to be the winner for me today.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure you like it, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.